Hey guys and gals, let's start a new project. This is LEGO Creator 3-in-1. It looks like we have an astronaut in space. I don't know the name of this set, so that's what I'm calling it. Set number 31152, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. So we have an astronaut on a stand, and it does come with two alternative models as well. So it looks like we have ourselves a space puppy and a little spaceship. I don't know if it's minifigure scaled or not. So, we can't build all these at one time. The one thing I'm going to be focusing on is this one for the review. Okay. And let's see what we have in here for the book. And it just jumps right on into bag one. It comes with the brick separator. It even shows us how to use it too. Isn't that cool? Alrighty. And I already have bag one here keyed up. And if you look at the colors of that, it's mostly white, gray, well, white and gray throughout the whole build. So, and we have this little thing here that's individually packaged, which is the dome for it. I'm going to leave that in there for safekeeping. So this is in pristine condition. I like when LEGO did that because it didn't get scuffed up. And in addition, most of the bags in this were paper bags. Pretty cool. Okay. Let's begin with bag one. And the main model is numbered, but bags and models 2 and 3 are not, so you'd have to disassemble this set to do it. So let's get going here, and we're just going to start building. And it looks like we will need to open it up eventually. And yeah, it's been kind of hectic around here, and I need some time to unwind. It's family drama. I try to avoid it as much as I can, but they have to, you know how some people are, I guess. Now, can you see exactly? Because I'm working right here. Yes, you can. Right, the edge of the table's right there. I cut that close, huh? And so this is not a set I normally would ever want, but when I signed up this year or for 2024, I said, well, I would prefer to have creator sets because they're always fun. You get some pretty basic parts in them, well, for my style of building anyways. So for me, it's not too terribly bad. And remember I was talking about trying to find these? Here they are in white. So I ordered 6 of them. Well, I got 2 more. That makes it 8. And now I gotta find some. And it may help if you're building this not on a white counter like I am. Like, this is a white workbench, and yeah. Alright. So I normally don't care much for the space theme. It's pretty cool, but it's not really my thing. But give this one a whirl here. You know, you never know, I may like it. Because some people who are in the same boat as I am, you know. I mean, there is a hint of red and blue in here, but it's far and few. So I need to find me a clamp to attach the phone to the tripod, which I haven't done yet, and yeah. And these go on the bottom. Red obviously in the middle. Yeah, next week I need to get a haircut, but then I'm starting to have plans already change. And I'm like, oh no, I'm already putting my foot down. I'm like, I'm not changing nothing. I need to get this mop cut, and I need to get done with a bunch of other things. You know, I have to go to the dentist, get my teeth cleaned, and that's it. I'm not changing my schedules for anybody. Oh, you may have to. I'm like, no, I'm not. Oh, you're off. You have all this free time. No, I'm not. I'm just, you know, just how it is, I guess. You know. I got an email today from one of my viewers. Okay, fly off. She was telling me that, you know, she hasn't been into LEGO much, been working many jobs, and has been busy, and LEGO's expensive, especially in India. And it's not just India, it's also expensive out here too. Not as expensive as rent and everything else, but it is pretty pricey. We're sticking eyeballs in there and we're covering them up. Okay. But I was reading her email and I thought, well, it's not just where you're at, it's everywhere now. I'll set that there. I think the eyeballs are meant for the puppy. Lego's an expensive toy, but depends on where you're at. Some places rent is cheaper than toys. Out here, toys are cheap compared to rent. So, that's just how it is, I guess. So you just stick your 2 eyes on there and then stick those gold pieces on there. I think they're gold, or maybe they're nougat. Look like they're nougat. Well, I gotta find them first. But yeah, Lego's just pricey all around. Doesn't matter where you live at. No matter what country you're from, it's just expensive. I think it's just, this stuff requires petroleum, and with all the wars and stuff going on, it just kind of makes things even worse. I'm not sure what goes in there. It looks like a chair. It looks like one of those recliners I would build. And we'll get into some happy stuff now, but one of the things that I need to... Okay, those hang over. One of the things that I've been trying to get done is, planning out next year's tutorials for Lego, or for the YouTube channel. And, if the views don't pick up, which they seem like they're not, I'm going to have to stop doing tutorials eventually. That means no more sharing my ideas. I mean, they'll be shared, but they'll be behind a paywall. This channel's picking up, so I'll probably keep doing this style here. This is a little different flavor. I do everything raw. This is just stuff that's on my mind. It's more like a vlogging channel while I build. Or a rant channel, depends on how you look at it. It doesn't matter what the flavor is. But yeah. A lot of these angular plates in here. Lots of angular plates. I haven't been working on sorting parts lately. I've been kind of just busy with other things going on right now and drama related stuff, and I just really haven't had time to do anything. And I hate when people snap at you because you weren't fast enough. I'm like, I need a chance to take a breather too. And so I'm trying to find other means to keep myself occupied without going insane. Lego does it, but it doesn't soothe it all the way. Okay, this fits in. There's a palisade brick in here that I've missed, but I'll put it on the back here. So this fits in here. Before I push that down all the way, I guess something must attach in there. It doesn't really show it, it just shows that, so I guess it does go in like that, and then I just cake more parts on it, I guess. Now, even I've asked this question until I realize, why do they put some of the parts in the weirdest spots? This is a Creator 3-in-1. They try to use the same parts for multiple builds. And I'm yawning, and it's a daytime build too. Stress. But yeah. Well, obviously we're not going to be attaching anything to those studs. They're right next to one another. So I've been trying to step up my game getting building guides done. I'm slowly rating videos on here. I haven't found any of the ones that I have cussed in yet. So this one here, we're going to use some family-friendly slang in these type of videos. Nothing bad. We're not going to call anybody names or anything like that. We don't do that here. I watched a YouTube channel the other day where this guy was literally calling people stupid. I mean, it's great for, you know, entertainment, because a lot of us take this for entertainment. But there's some out there who take it seriously. And no, I don't use that term on this channel at all. Nobody's stupid. Okay, I don't know what goes in there. Alrighty, in 2 1x2 plates. Yeah, there's 5 bags in total with this set. And it's all the same color. I think bag 1 was probably... I'm sorry about that. It's been like this all day today. I've been bothered and everything else. Oh, man. It's either a client or it's somebody who is a solicitor. And I have to remember, though, with I put the phone up to my ear and this lady blared out my eardrums. And I forgot, older people, they always have the sound cranked up full blast on the phone, and I hate that. Anyways, though, I don't even know what I was talking about, but we'll just jump right on into the thing so far. There's a lot of white pieces in here. Let's start sorting things out by shape. It's mostly just white at this point. I'm looking for another 1x2 plate. And this is mostly white on a white table. It's going to make this really dragged out. And yeah. Oh. Even on my days off, I'm still getting, that's what it looks like on the back. On my days off, I'm still getting bothered. It's like I need to slow down. Anytime I even start sitting down, it's like, oh, there's something you need to do first. It's like, do I get to slow down? You know, do I ever get to sit? Everybody else I know, they're kind of relaxing for their holidays, and here I am still, I'm off and I'm still blasting through doing work stuff. And right now I have an assistant help me out with stuff, and I said, if it's an emergency, you call my house phone. But if it's something that's really bad and I have to come down there, I said, tell them that they're going to be losing their job. You know, this is my time off. I don't want to deal with it. Oh, yes, sir. I said, they'll know. And, you know, I've terminated employments before on the holidays, you know. But that's work stuff. Who cares about that? Let's get into the build. Now, creator sets, I remember they were pretty fun back in the day. They were mostly just building some very simple, colorful stuff. This set is pretty much, I'd say, is lacking in a bunch of color. Yeah, you got a red 2x4 in there. But it's one of these sets where you read about it, it sounds cool until you get to the box. You're like, yeah, well, we're going to have to, I'm going to try to keep the belly aching down on this one to a minimum. But like I said, we can't judge it until we build it. It might be a really good, interesting build. We may learn some new building techniques in here too. So we don't know yet. Yeah, I need to get a piece of masonite that I have in my shop. I'm going to cut me a sign to hang on the door back here. It says, "Do not disturb." That means for any reason, unless it's like dire. Matter of fact, I'm going to find out why this person contacted me on the house phone. Because I have a house phone and then I have a cell phone. And like, why are they contacting me on that phone? And it was one of those solicitors for research. They usually want you to spend 20 minutes on the phone. You know, I'm like, I want to build with Lego. I don't want to talk on a phone. I'm on a phone all the time. When I'm at work, this is my time. and you know, it's so sad. they call me Steeper, Mr. Steeper, or Dr. Steeper. And I'm like, if you can't pronounce the name correctly, I'm not here. And that's how it is. Don't bother me. I'm building. I said, when they can't pronounce my name right, I don't know. The voice recognition synthesizer thing doesn't work quite well today, so, yeah. It's like, oh. And next week we're going to have demolition out here. They're demoing out a bathroom and they want to do it early, and it's not up to me, so that is going to be one heck of a Christmas. And I told my family, I said, we're getting all this crap done. I was like, here's the deal. I may have to redact that word that I just said. I said, here's the deal. I said, if it gets too bad, I'm going to cancel my time off, go back to work during the holidays, and when everything settles down, I am going to be home, and I can continue with my vacation time. You know. Yeah, but it's been drama here. I'm trying to find things to talk about that's not drama related. Let's see here. What about doing fun stuff, you know? Oh, that just hangs right there. So we get a couple of these 1x3 rounded plates. I wish these were in tan. I need them in tan, but there they are. I have some in white, which is kind of an exceptional color for what I need them for. But tan looks like ivory, and I'm looking for them. I might be building a baby grand piano. We don't know yet. Alright. So anyways, though, I'm just trying to plow through and just kind of relax without going insane here. Because when you work strictly for 9 months and then you're off, and the next thing you know, you're doing more work. It's just, I don't know. I remember when life was so simple. Not anymore. Alright, so these wrap around here. And yes, those do fit around those bricks with bow. So this must be where the minifigure sits. And that's not a bad idea, using that for the edge of the seat. But if this does not come with a minifigure, which it didn't, and is scaled for minifigures, I will ding it off a few points, just because it's missing a part. Most creator sets I know of did not come with minifigures back in the day. They were just kind of robbed of it. And why, I don't know. Oh, there is a printed piece here. We skipped in the initial unboxing. Let me see if I can get that better for you there. Right there. All right. I don't want to lose that, because guess what? That's the only one I have. I think there's a black one in here too. Let's see here. No, it's gray. And it looks like it's a control panel. I'm hoping at least, if it's not minifigure scale, we're fine, but if this is a minifigure scale build and they don't provide a minifigure, it would get a very, we won't know until we get there, but it'll get a ding off of the scale. If it's just some big oversized thing, it's fine. And here I was trying to avoid mech builds too. So this is an astronaut suit. This may be just something that's just maybe bigger than a minifigure can handle, but it could just be that. But I think a minifigure is supposed to sit in there. You know, Jay, why don't you just provide a minifigure? I could. We're talking about if this is your very first Lego set. Taking those apart, it's going to be a pain. If this is your very first Lego set, you don't have a minifigure, yeah. I remember it took me a while to finally get a couple of minifigures for my builds. Now, mind you, we're still on bag 1, but I've been interrupted for half the time, so I don't know what the time is going to be when we get this done here. I was like, where does that go? I was putting it in the wrong place. Okay. Lay it flat. Well, at least it stays flat. Sometimes I got to keep checking the viewfinder because I'm always afraid that you may be missing out on something. So I always have to look over my shoulder to see if you see what I see, and what I see is what you see. We got to see it together. It can't work the other way around. We both have to see it together. There we go. Did we get all those in there? No, we're missing 2 round tiles. Alright, and they go on the very top studs right here. And the whole thing's starting to come apart. Why didn't we put those on there when we were building these brackets? It's beyond me, because now I'm starting to get stuff that's kind of moving around here. And this is starting to come apart. Yeah. Putting these little pieces on Lego right after we put the big stuff on is not really how I like to do. When I do tutorials, I try not to do that, just to make it easy for the builder. Step 40. At least we're working in one building guide, but look, we're not even a quarter done with this yet. I think this is the biggest bag out of them all here. Like, this is the one that has the most parts. I think that goes there. Oh, wait a minute. We got to move that up by 1. You're going to be tempted to start at the bottom. No, you got to start here. And this has got a lot of details so far. I mean, we got gold pieces in here. It's just kind of want to see what this looks like built. And like I said, when I first started this, I thought, I don't know, but now I'm kind of curious to see how it turns out. See what I mean? Sometimes you'll look at the parts, you're going, I don't know about this. You know, there's a lot of pieces in this one step here. You start the set going, I don't know, just start building it, because you may be inclined to see what it looks like after it has been assembled. So there we go. I think that's going to go on this right here. All right, and yeah, look at that. You got a bunch of stuff to put in there. Yeah, and at least we're only building one of those. So let's get that plate. Man, I'm seeing a lot of hair in here coming off. Must be my annual shedding. I need to get this stuff cut off so bad, but this goes down here, right there. And like I said, you need to change your schedule for this. And I'm like, I'm getting other things done. I can't keep changing my schedule because somebody else wants to change theirs. And, you know, for the most part, it used to be a pushover. Now I just kind of gotten a backbone, like, no, I'm not changing it. And here's another printed piece right here. At least this set has got printed pieces, so that has it going for it. But I think this thing is going to be scaled for minifigures, but no minifigure is provided. Bending if you do stud manuals, bending these is a pain. See how Lego did theirs here? I have to use L-Draw to bend mine, and then import the part back in and use it in stud. And that light is starting to flicker out. And I think that's it for that part. And it goes right in here. And these get pressed down in these little clips here too, so you're going to have to kind of multitask to get those in there right there. I'm assuming these go around here, which they do. Let's give it a little more of a soft There we go. You can also pull them through. Here we go. I don't know what these go to here. Maybe it's the for the fresh air when you're out inside, and you can suck the space air up. We don't know. And now we're going to open that up there. This is one of the very few poly bags in the set that's left. And that is painted gold. Pretty cool, huh? Friction. So I'm assuming it goes in the friction forks right here. Not here like I thought. Boy, until they painted this, the inside's very rough. Alright, here we go. Well, no, we didn't. You won't be able to sit it in there. Let's try it. Yeah, it closes up. You know, I'm curious, does that even seat a minifigure? Let me find Jay the Surfer here. If there's no minifigure to be found, then that's going to be a bummer. You think they would just give you like some generic style minifigure. Let's try them and see here. Yeah, indeed it is scaled for figures. Well, that's cool, but what if you don't? What if this is your first set and you don't have a minifigure? I'm already going to have to fail it already. Why, Jay? You know, and this is the point I'm trying to make here. You know, it should be a complete set like this. Would this be complete? You know, it's left to be desired of. Do I consider this as an incomplete set? You know, I may just mention it in the review that it's scaled for figures, but it doesn't come with one. Do I ding off for that? You know, I'm sure everybody's got at least one minifigure in their collection, unless you're just starting out and this is your first set. Can you still open that up? I bet this probably hinges open. I mean, it's got a lot of detail for what it is. And well, we're not done yet. Putting something on the back there. Is this the proton pack to catch all the ghosts? No, just a tile. And there we go. Well, that's kind of sloppy, huh? We'll have to fix that right up. Whoops, getting a little sloppy there. So I'm taking it that this is a mech. I know some people have always told me, Jay, I'm not into mechs. What do I do? If you get a mech set, then you just have to live with it. That's just a space mech more than anything else. I mean, if you're heavy into space, I'm sure this would be a really good set. But at least it's detailed and it's scaled for figures. And then this piece here goes in the front, right there. These two clips. Okay. And let's see here. I got one ingot tile left. Did we miss something somewhere? Let's check our work. Yes, we did. One right up here at the top. And that's it for bag one. So I think bag one here is the torso of the space suit, the astronaut suit. So it's just the torso and the head. And that's what we have remaining. Okay, let's see here. This one feels kind of light. Don't let that fool you. See, it's the same colors we've already been doing. So, yeah, this is... Oh, well, this time we got a little bit of brick yellow in there. But... Okay, let's get going here. And it looks like we're building ourselves some hands. Now, before I do anything here, I'm going to pre-read this. The reason why I'm doing that is... Okay, it's the bottom portion of the torso. just to see if they're mirrors or duplicates, and just to make it faster to build. Yeah, I mean, it's white. It's all white. Not a very exciting color to build. If it was green, it'd probably be boring too, but when it's on a white table, it's like, and you know, that kind of brings up a thing. I always get, you know, requests for making modern houses with white and tan. And just imagine me having all these colored bricks, and we're just building with white. And I'm sorry, but I'm not building with just white parts. That's why a lot of my stuff, you know, I try to get some natural colors into things, colors that I didn't have when I was a kid. I had plenty of white bricks when I was a kid, and you know, that's all I had to build houses with. I still do today. I'm looking for one more of these. I'm gonna start pulling out parts. Okay, now I found it. White. Meh. Okay. And a couple of 1x5s in there. So we gotta make 2 of these. Yeah, these construction workers, they want to work right at 8 in the morning. And I'm a night person. So I'll be going to bed early once again. I am not having a good holiday. Oh, man. Everybody wants to do... I live in a farming town, right? 5 o'clock is like 11 o'clock to me out here. It's just everybody gets up and moves around by then. Well, aren't you an early person? Like, no, I'm a software engineer. We stay up late at night doing websites and stuff. Oh, well, you need to get up early, and I have to get up early for my day job. But now it's nighttime, and I don't want to do that. But oh no, it's you got to get up early. Even on my time off, I still do. Did I skip a page? Oh, I did. I was like, what? We jump into something completely different here. Okay, well, I'm glad now I checked. That would have been a very big catastrophic error, huh? Just messing up. But so far, though, it's the only thing that I'm saying that's kind of a bummer with this set. Well, there's 2 things. One, we don't get a minifigure with it, as far as I know of. And 2, it's the color scheme. It's not too exciting. Looks like the legs are going to get attached to here. What do they call that? The pelvic bone or something? I don't know. What does that mean? That means that I have to learn my... I have to go back and take some... what did they call that class that I hated? Oh man, my mind is just biology. There we go. Yuck. I don't know how I survived biology in college. I got a B in there, but how did I survive it? I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, do I have to take this course? I had to take biology. I had to take health. Yeah, what does that have to do with computer programming? Nothing really. I don't want to lose that because I don't know where mine are at. But I had to take the health, the biology, and I guess if we ever become pharmacists or something like that, and there are some computer technicians who are in that field, but for me, I don't like biology. Look, it's all white. What do? Just start sorting out the parts that I need to find. I need to find 2 bushings here. Imagine if these bags were all unnumbered here. Ooh, yikes, that'd be a mess. Get this balanced out. There we go. Right there. Okay, now we're at that page where I was like, what happened? All right. Yeah, so I'm kind of wanting to start that bust tutorial, but I may end up just making that as an exclusive. If the views don't pick up, then that'll be an exclusive build. That means you, the viewer, will have to purchase. It's not something I want to do, but I may have to. But I was looking at the bus tutorial and I thought this is going to be pretty extensive, probably about 3 to 4 day filming, since I don't do all my filmings in one sitting. But if I end up cutting out the filming parts and just say I'm doing just the building guide, then I can just get it done and release it whenever. I don't have to sweat over it or anything like that. I'm trying to find another 1x2 flat tile. What am I finding? Everything but that tile. I found that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, if you really want to build this set more efficiently than I am, here's the deal. What I want you to do is just get a bunch of butter containers or any kind of containers and pre-sort when you open up each bag. It'll take more time. It'll save you a headache in the long run here. Okay. Oh, we have to make 2 of those? Oh, we do. Okay. This is a very, today has just been hectic, so anything other than chores is relaxing. It's just the white color. I was hoping something a little bit more color. I do have a few of these the Lego sent me that has a lot of color in them. I'm doing the biggest one down to the smallest one, just to get them out of the way. So, yeah, I'm doing that. And this one's the biggest one. It's also just lacking in color, though, sadly. Okay. The set's got a lot of parts, and a lot of good parts, but this stuff is pretty much what I have in my collection now. So nothing, except for that, that's the only jarring part that I've seen. Everything else is pretty standard. And I'm hoping when I go to the dentist next week, everything goes fine, because I have a feeling my luck will run out. Last couple times I've been there, oh, everything's fine. I might get lucky and I'll walk out of there again cheap. I may not, which is how it usually goes. Okay, and then that is it. So this is probably where the legs go, that's where the arms go, this is where this goes. So it snaps there, so you can rotate that. So that's what that is. It's the lower, I think, pelvic bone. And I'm naming these off here for and we're building hands, and they're mirrors. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we're going to do this in mirror style. The one closer to me on the left is the one I'm copying from the book, and the one on the right is its reflection. So why am I doing that? To make the viewing experience more challenging. Open up your hinge so we know which way it's facing, because the book shows you. So now I want to reflect that. So just pretend like there's a mirror there and you're going to reflect it. So now I got to find another hinge plate. And they can be confused with a 1x4 or a 2x2. Here's the other one. Now I'm going to face this hinge this way. Now we're going to build mirrors, unless something changes all of a sudden or we run out of a part. But it looks like we have plenty of this stuff here. This just speeds through the build a little faster, because I am kind of pressed for time here today. I never wanted to be an astronaut. I just didn't understand it. I know some kids want to be an astronaut. Hey, you do? Hey, I tip my hat off for it. I heard it's very hard, but then again, you get to go out in space and see the Earth from a different point of view. When all of us, we see it from from the ground and we look up and we see the sky, but we're not in the sky seeing it from the ground, unless you're in an airplane or something. But so see, right now I'm doing a reflection here. So with the reflection, we can knock two birds out with one stone. Now I can close this hinge up now because I have identifying parts, basically this right here. And we got to put one more part in here. I got to find it. These right here go right above here. You know, I remember when I was doing a lot of those Lego Dream sets. If any of you guys and gals remember when I did a lot of those. What was Mayo? I remember he was saying something. He's tired of seeing organic mix. Well, this one here is kind of like that in a way. And yeah, I do see why, because even I would get kind of bored with those too. What are we doing? We're doing the same thing again. So they just use the hinge plates though to do that. So it still opens and closes partially. All right. And we're missing two red 1x2s. I mean, we haven't even hit. I mean, this is only the second bag, so I don't know. The last bag is actually the stand. So spoiler alert, it's all black parts. Okay, well that doesn't go there. Hold on, before we put that in there, we're going to start with this piece here first, then this. I think it goes like that. Yeah, it does. Okay, it was easier if I started with that in first, and then put the round tile on afterwards. All right. And we got the. And then we got to put this thing here at the bottom. First I got to find it. And okay, so it wraps around the ball joints. Probably the hands are going to go in there next. So Lego is attempting to kind of make this thing as seamless as possible. And now we got to build the hands. Now remember, I got to build mirrors of the hands. The thumbs are on opposing sides, so we're going to have to do the same thing here too. Just kind of keep it lined up. So if you're into just doing it like this, and you want to get gutsy like I am, that's what you do. Just look ahead in the manual, and you should be fine with it. So far they're complete clones, so they're not reflections yet. Wait, they are reflections now at this point. They snuck a, be careful right here. It's not an angular headlight brick. It's a 1x1 brick behind there. It's like, there's only showing one. So put your regular ones behind on that now. So now we're not reflecting any, now we're reflecting, we're not cloning anymore. So now we're getting into the technical stuff. At least now it's getting a little harder. I've got to put the 1x2 plate on the back here. You notice we don't have a lot of pieces left. Usually the main models though are the ones that use all the parts that are included in the set. So Jay, you like those mechs, huh? Yeah, I'll keep that opinion to myself, but I'm not into mechs really. I consider this probably more as a mech build. Okay, so what we do here, I was wondering what these were for. I'm going to stick these in here, and these are going to be the fingers for the gloves. And they have this one go in here. We'll start with the thumbs first, so we can always give it a thumbs up. And we got an extra bushing there. And then I'm going to work my way from the thumbs up to the fingers. You can do it any way you want. It's your Lego set, but I'm going to start there because the thumbs are on opposing sides. So the hands are going to be meant to be flexible. Like that. In fact, I don't know anybody who's an astronaut, to be honest. I wonder if anybody watching this is an astronaut. I wonder if they're watching me out in space putting this together thinking, Jay, that set is all wrong. Well, we don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an astronaut, so I don't know if anything's right or wrong on this or not. So bag 1 and 2 are pretty much done here. Okay. So there's your hands. They look like hands, so I mean, yeah, just kind of cup those around a little bit and look like hands. All right, so these all go together. Looks like the picture. And now we install this here. So Lego tried their best to seam this up as possible here. And okay, we got the arms with the hands, and that means this booger we just put together goes on this side right here. So it's kind of backwards. So there you go. So they really had seamed this up really good. That looks really good. Let's put the other one on there too. Like I said, I'm not into this space stuff, but this looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, it looks good. It is what it is. And then we start the other hand here, which we've already gotten that done. Make sure the thumbs are on the inside. They are. And that is what we have remaining for bag 2. So we're about 45 minutes into the build, and we're already on bag 3. Okay. And yes, this time we have a bit more color in there. Just a little bit more, not a whole lot. Just some gray in there. And let me get that out of the way. I don't want to be stepping on that and breaking my butter containers. It looks like we're starting with the legs. So let's see here. We're going to do the left and right leg. Now I can easily just break this down, but like I said, I want to... yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like they're mirrors. Okay, this leg goes on this side. So let's get going here. Start just like that. Well, it's like that. So we're going to reflect it. And we're going to start in here. But if you've noticed so far, it's white pieces, bunch of plates. So if you're looking for a set with a lot of bricks, yeah, this one's not really the set for you. If you're looking for lots of bricks, this one's got a lot of angular plates. If you're looking for angular plates, there you go. Lots of goodies in this set here. Even these two for bedspreads. Ooh, I don't want to lose that behind there. Now I got to find... this set's got to be well over excess of 500 pieces. I'm looking for some inverted plates with bow. And when you're going through nothing but white parts, it's... let me put that out of the way. We're not going to need him for a while. I need to find 4 of these. If you're going through nothing but white pieces on a white table, it's kind of... it's like crack out the yawn barrel. Put those there. And then just, you get black palisade bricks too. That color is kind of jarring compared to all what we have on the table. Tiles, we got one of these. Okay, put that over there. So just start sorting until you find the parts you need. Anytime we always start a new bag or open up something new, you're going to spend a lot of time going through things here. So if you've noticed, I spent a lot more time sorting through the parts than I'm actually building right now, because I'm looking for 2 small little pieces and a big pile of bricks. So just remember that it's not that you're slow at building, it's just you're going through all the parts. You notice how I'm starting to set everything out. So as we go, things will go quicker. I'm going to flip one of these upside down so I know that goes in that pile. And there's a hood piece. Matter of fact, I got contacted today that some of the sets that they were going to send me are on their backlog. So I won't be seeing some of these reviews for a while. That's fine by me. I got a lot of other things to do throughout the year. So if I don't get a review offer in on time, that's on Lego. They even warn you, hey, you will not have this released by then. That's okay. Why? Because I don't care. We'll worry about that when the time comes. I mean, do we really care? I mean, some people do this for a living, so they gotta have to be the first. To me, I don't care, because you send it last, you send it last. We haven't found that last piece yet. So that tells me that there's probably just exactly 4 in here, because I'm finding a bunch of the bigger stuff first. Like I'm seeing these tubes and I'm thinking that's the part. No, that's something else. And I thought I just saw it. I mean, I'm still on the very first section where it says bag 3, and I hadn't even got off of it yet because I'm still trying to find it. And I finally found it. Okay. That means now we should be able to go a little faster through it now. And partially, too, is because I am actually building both at the same time. Okay. And so far they're clones until now. Now I got to put a stud right here. A stud and a tile. Let's put the studs in first. Now we're going to mirror everything out. So start pulling out the parts. I'm looking for some quarter round tiles. So just imagine all these big pieces, and I'm still trying to find the little tiny parts. Little parts in this set. Just there is enough in here that it's okay, but there's still some, you know. I need to find, yeah. Guys and gals, I'm still on this section of the book. I hadn't even broken off from it yet. I'm still going through parts here. And I haven't seen any of those laying around. I guess I can put the gray ones over there. Find a bunch of those. Okay, I found one. I kind of want to get off this page here. By the time I get off all this, I'll have all the parts already sorted. They'll already be sorted out. I'd say sort by color, but you'll just have a big pile of white bricks. So, but when you get like stuff like this, it's hard to find it in a big pile of parts. Now I can finally go to the next page. It took us a while. How long did it take me there? Almost 6.5 minutes to do that. Yeah, it should lighten up now, because now I've already sorted half the clutter on the workbench here. And I need one of these. It goes on the side with the blue stud. Okay. Oh, that goes there. All right. And something doesn't look right here. We put the tile there. We put this one here, and it shows it here. Oh, wait a minute. You know why I wasn't paying attention? We're supposed to rotate it around. I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong there? No, we're going to have to rotate it. But remember, we're rotating mirrors, so we have to rotate it like that. And is that a U-line delivery coming in? Let me take a look here real quick. Like I said, and today is Friday too. Out of all days, it's like everybody's wrapping up their work. And I should be getting a big giant lot of, I can't tell. No, that's for the auto shop thing down the street. Okay, and then now, we're going to be doing this here. Okay. And ignore the background noise. It sounds like there may be a fight. And no, I do not get a break from that either. All right. There we go. So far we got those, and this is probably the upper legs. I don't know yet. Okay, now we're finally getting rid of these big pieces. There's only 2 of those in here. So we can remove these here. I think it goes right next to that. Okay. Okay, we're done with those. Now we got to start with probably the lower legs. And hopefully we can start cleaning up some of the clutter up here now. If you noticed, there's not a whole lot of clutter left on the workbench, because now we're either sorted it or it's just over here and it's just a small pile that we're grabbing from. Okay, we need to get the other ones here. All right. Yeah, anytime I have plans, though, I always have to change them. Sometimes I'm just kind of like, what? I didn't hear what you said, and go about my business. And there's the ear from the void. We got to put their ear up to it. So I'm going to take 2 of these, and then we're going to take 2 of those white things that look like chicken wings, and I'm going to put it next to the phone. See if you can hear the click here. Here we go. I'm getting ready to stick it in. Ready? There's one. And you'll put this one, this is what I did here, like that. Okay. Now, these are, you can't mirror these, so we're going to stick these in here. Yes, I am back in here working, playing with Lego. Why? Because I need a break. And the plates go here. And yes, it used to be very quiet here before, and now I have loud talkers in the house. Like, you know, I think I'm the only one here that doesn't have hearing impairments. Some people have a hard time hearing me talk, and because I talk so low, you know, I don't know. It's like, I can barely hear you. I'm like, I'm talking loud as I can. Well, you need to talk really loud, so I'll yell, and then It feels like I'm running out of breath doing it, like running out of steam. So far, these are kind of clones from one another. I haven't had anything that really has changed on these. They look identical. Okay. I mean, we're about halfway done with the parts here. It's like when I sort parts, all right? Here's the deal. When I sort the parts, it's a chunk like this. The next thing you know, the whole entire workbench is just covered with pieces in butter containers, and I put the parts away. And there we go. And it looks like we're putting another step of 1x2s on top of this. And then we have the white, and then we're going to put the two blue 1x1 plates in here, and then the red. So far they're clones of one another. But I think what we're going to do with this thing here, there's not going to be any build installments. I'm going to do it all in one sitting. I mean, so I'll probably be taking 2 or 3 hour breaks in between all these, just because everybody needs my assistance with something, and then hopefully I can get a whole video put together on this thing here and kind of get it out the door. This is something I thought, oh, this should only take about an hour or so to do. We're already into an hour. We're still into bag 3. And bag 5 is real quick. It's just a stand. But, yeah, oh, there it is. I thought that was a tile. All right, so at this point here, it looks like they're the same up to this point. Now they want us to rotate them like this. And this is where, so far, it's going to be unique. So we're going to place all these on here. Now they may say rotate it. It'd be the same. Okay. And then that's it. Did we put anything on the other side here? You got to rotate it again. Yes, these are just identical at this point. I mean, some things may change, but we don't know. So these pieces here are the ones that are different. These ones here are like the same, like just mirror copies. Mirrors. I need this round tile, but not in that color. And then after that, we stick these in here. Like that. So the kids can annoy the parents. Or the parents can annoy the kids with the clicky clicky. Okay, and after that, we got to build 2 more of something here. Like these are shoes. So we build the shoes next. I need to find a couple of 1x2 or 2x2s. I don't have a lot of black palisade bricks, so that's kind of a treat to see in here. But if you look on the workbench, there's not a whole lot of parts left. That's how you know you're getting close to the end here. Open up the bag, there's a lot of pieces. Yeah, I did, and if you notice they're in butter containers. I did a brick, I did the unboxing on this set. I did not know how big it was. It didn't take a long time to unbox it. Okay, so now remember, I'm still working on this side here. So now the shoes are not, now they're mirrors. Now we got a reflection going on here. And yes, I do talk a lot in my videos. Some have said I talk way too much. Better than being quiet and doing the speed builds with piano music, although some prefer that. I'd rather sit down and tell you a story and talk to you. See, now we got two different types there. And then we rotate them around like that. And we stick this in here. We've got to stick the tile in there. So we're going to have to build this up. Lately, we didn't use those special squashed 1x1 bricks to put in that little hole. It's all 1x1 plates. So I have to mush them down. And you got to make 2 of those. And you stick that right there. Do the same thing on the other side. The second verse is not the same as the first. Well, yeah, this one is. It's just on the other side there. All right. Okay, and after that is this thing here. Now, this thing has got a lot of detail. So far, nothing's fallen apart or anything. Ooh, yuck. You know what you're going to have to do? Stick this ball bearing in here and stick a friction pin in there. Or a Technic cross axle, not a friction pin. And stick that in there like that. It's easier to look at, to work from this side here. Just tack it in a little bit and stick your ball joint in there and just kind of rotate it until the axle goes in, and just shove that all the way in as far as it'll go. And there you go. Well, don't shove it in all the way, because guess what? It'll fly through the other side. And then let's put these together, and we got to crown off the other side. Boy, the hands are bigger than the feet on this thing. And now we got to assemble the whole thing together. And I'm only assuming that this is probably what we have remaining there. And yeah, so this goes onto here. Let's make sure. Okay, so it rotates like that. Yeah, they should have included a bit more than this, you know, I don't know. And this one goes here. And remember on the other one we had to flip-flop them. So that means that this leg here goes here. You really got to shove that in there. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of just... The top part looked okay, but now the legs are kind of just long. Can he sit? Yeah, he could, huh? You can have him do that too. Or it, because there's no minifigure in there. It looks like a doll. It looks like we're done with it, huh? We still got a bunch of bags left. And that's what we have remaining for bag 3. And then we just fast forward. We've already built the leg. We got that leg done. Let's just fast forward. And then we start there. It looks like some kind of charging station. 4 feels pretty heavy. Here we go. Maybe it's just big pieces. And yep, it's the same colors we've been dealing with for the last 3 bags. So guess what? We will be doing more. Now, what I'm going to do is have this thing sit. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, wow, Lego, that just snapped right off. So he can't sit, he just stands. All right, well then, he can't watch the show. He can stare there and look at the ceiling for a bit. And let's see here. You know what? This thing's got 2 sides there. I'm going to incline just to build both of them now. Okay. And yeah, so guess what we'll be doing again? We'll have to go through all this to find more parts. So here we go. He can stand right there and guard all the parts. I'm trying to find some upwards angler plates, and I'm finding at least everything that I don't need, so that's good. Oh, I'm finding the parts that I don't need. We'll need that later on, obviously, because it ties all this together. And I can just sit here and do this, but you notice how long that's taken me, and there's white on a white table. Yeah, it's going to be very long here. Look at all the 2x2 white plates. White. It's all white. All right. And I haven't found any of those in here. I know I have the right bag. Okay, well I found one. Okay, and I'm going to stick this in here. It's a medium-sized part. It's just there's just so many parts up here. So this set is basically just, let's see if I can pull them all out of here first. It's just a lot of medium to small parts at this point here. And we don't need that. Look like we did. So yeah, a lot of these sets that LEGO sends me, though, pushes me out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm mostly into mock building. I just want to build my own creations. And the only thing I like to copy is what's in my imagination. And to follow a building guide like this on something that, you know, my creation's all from my imagination. A lot of the stuff that I design is just stuff that I've seen in my life, and it has some importance to me. You know, maybe not importance to you, but for me it has some significant importance. When I'm doing a set like this, it's just a set. It's just a novelty item. So that's just how it is. Usually I would get stuff like this for Christmas. They would ask me what kind of LEGO sets. I said, oh, just those cheap creator sets. And then, which now are not cheap anymore. Okay, we're done with that. Now we got to get the inverted 45-degree slope. We have these right here. Put that over there because I don't need those. I need the 45 ones. So at least it comes with the mech stand, because he obviously doesn't stand up on his own, so we're going to have to help him out, or help it out. We'll have to stick a minifigure in there to give it a gender, huh? Okay, we got a control panel there that's printed. Like I said, I'm trying to find, that's what's taken me forever, is I'm hunting for the parts. And we need a 1x2 45-degree on this sides, on these remaining areas right here. We'll put that there, we'll take that out. Alrighty. Well, so far it looks like the picture in the book, so we're gonna have a mess. I haven't messed up yet. Haven't messed up yet, so we'll put that in there, and it's a 1x3. We already found a couple of those. We'll put those in there, and I need a 1x2 gray. See, now it's starting to go a little faster. And ball joint. Alright, put that over there. I've been running across that too many times. And after the ball joint is the 18-degree slopes, which LEGO would bring these out in different sizes and colors. In fact, I've been looking for some of these 1x2x3 slopes, and I have just half of them to build the project that I want to build. Half. So I did my inventory, and my inventory was correct, so I logged them in my data sheet or my spreadsheets because I didn't know and if I had them or not. And now I'll have to order the remaining like 15 or 20 of them. And well, yeah, so always keep inventory of your parts if you really want to go hardcore into it. Okay, I think that's how it's supposed to be, and it looks like it is. We got to do that again. Second verse, same as the first. Don't confuse them with the the headlight bricks. I almost did here a few times. Yeah, look at all the parts. It's just like one or two pieces. So at least we got those there. And there we go. We got that out of the way. Then I can take these inverted slopes and stick them in here. I mean, we already sorted most of this stuff out. See how fast that went? Now I got to hunt for the last one here. And so far as this set keeping my interest, I'm going to say it's pretty much, I really don't have an opinion on it. It's just, I think it's the white color that's kind of dragging it down just a little bit. Okay, flip these around. Now I want to put this is the one from the building guide here. Put this one over here. And then we got to build the whole other one. I'm just going to go preview it real quick. Make sure that we see right where we need to be. Now we got to go in and start doing all that. And we got one of these gold pieces here. Pretty cool. Be a great part for a bed, like for a headboard for a bed. I did a bed with one of those. It's pretty cool. All I had was white and black at the time, and now I will have other colors to build with, at least that color anyways. Now be careful with this. This is kind of fragile until we get to more of the top part here. Okay. Yep, okay, I got to ding it down because this stuff's starting to get pretty fragile and it's falling apart. See, now I got to stop what I'm doing. Probably down to a 9.5 at this point. Basically, that's also compiling the lack of colors in here. I understand it's a spacesuit, but like I said, my build experience is just no comment at this point. That means it's just average. It's kind of dry. It's starting to get flimsy. I had an arm break off or a leg break off of him, trying to make him sit. See, obviously he's not meant to sit. So yeah, we're starting to experience some breakage here. Maybe this will strengthen it up. There we go, now we're strong again. Remember that when I do all these reviews, these are just my notes. You know, when I do the reviews, things may change. See how this is starting to get flimsy right here, how this is falling apart. Yeah, at least with these videos you know what not to do. So this thing is very brittle, it's fragile. It's not, just watch how you put it together. That's all I can say. It's falling apart here. Okay, it's starting to fall apart, it's starting to flake. Yeah, this thing here is probably the worst thing I've built so far that's been falling apart. And we're looking for a dark gray thing, and with all the, oh there it is, let's say with all the other colors, you'd think that'd be easy to spot. Okay. And if you remember that pontoon boat, it does come with a few of these. And it comes with these half things that I use for the bottom of my pontoon boat. I don't want to lose that because those are very limited in my collection on its own. So now I got a few more of them to make a bigger pontoon if I just do so desire. I wish I'd make a 1x2 plate like that. A half round plate would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm getting kind of bored now of all these white parts, Lego. It's brittle and it's white. White and brittle. Like a saltine crack, or if you ever had those. Sometimes they're good for soups, but if you take a bite of them, the crumbs fall all over the place, the cracker falls apart. Yeah, it's like a white saltine cracker. It's just kind of flaking apart here. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, so when I film these in a week or two, you're going to hear a lot of noise in the background. Lots of noise. So to be very good, interesting conversation, background filling noise. So that means something like this may take a day to build because I'll be running back and forth checking up on stuff. So yeah, my work never ends. So I've been thinking about putting scenic tracks in these. I don't have any space noises or anything like that, so We'll have to think of something creative for something like this. And why do these guys want to start this stuff during Christmas is beyond me. Here, I take off for Christmas. I don't want to deal with, I take off winter. And some people want to work through the winter, or, you know, I can't. I gotta say, I'm done for the day. Alrighty. See, this thing is so flimsy. See, like right here, you can see this is starting to break. This is not, I know, I'm trying not to get into rant mode, but you know, sometimes you just, it just can't be avoided. This is not a very sturdy build here by any means. The tall, stretched out space mech is actually more durable than this. Hopefully we're going to strengthen up the bottom of this because, wait. I forgot something. Okay, I got to take this off. I forgot something in here. Put your gray plates underneath the bottom of these. At least it wasn't too bad. It's like putting that plate on there like, okay, something's wrong here. It just wouldn't fit on there. Now we know why. So I forgot. Oh, I did it again. But the set does get a good point because it does come with a brick separator, so it does encourage to rebuild things out of this. I did some builds on some other sets. They didn't even come with the brick separator. It's like, here, you could build an alternative model with this. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Let me go find a brick separator first. Oh, snap, the set didn't come with one. Okay, I already lost my interest for the day. Yeah. But what do I do with all these brick separators that I've obtained? For some reason, I always lose these. I have a big container, probably 100 or so of them. It doesn't matter, because I'll lose the container that they're in. Pretty soon Lego's going to send me enough where I have nowhere to put them. And then I have no excuse because I'll be stepping on them, I'll be tripping over them, then I will not have an excuse. But my review table that I want to build, or workbench, I want to put a drawer down here at the bottom, and where I can open up the drawer and have tools. Have a big stack, I have a box full of just these. Have a notepad and some paper down there, and all sorts of stuff so I can, in case I need to jot down something when I'm doing these. Maybe an extra battery for the camcorder. So a lot of that stuff could be done. It's all going to be that. And yeah, I'll be doing the review. I'm going to put this thing on a, if it sits in here, this will just be something I'll just spin on a turntable and be done with it. And we'll just do the review and stuff like that too. This is going to be one set that I'm going to be dragging out, just because I have other things I got to do. And so bag 4 appears to do the stand for our astronaut mech. See, this is just kind of just really flimsy here. I'm just trying to think of some projects to do for the winter time. Yeah, when I was told about all this today, and I thought, oh, you're going to need to do this next week. And I thought, next week I'm getting a haircut going to the dentist. They want to do it on this specific day. And I thought, I just said, no, I need to take care of my personal needs first. And that was the end of that. Well, can't you postpone that? I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't like it when clients, do that to me, and I'm just not looking forward. This is going to be one miserable Christmas. I already can just feel it. Okay, we're going back up here now. You've seen it like that. I need to keep it like that for you. I wish I had another camera angle here, but someday I probably will. Wow. Ooh, we're stacking two plates on top of one another. Ouch. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it on this. That's like, ouch, that's not good. And the angular headlight bricks here. And those, let's see here. Alrighty, we are getting there. Look at that. I mean, we're not even close. We still got a lot of parts on the workbench, but we're getting somewhere. This thing is just, it just keeps coming apart at the bottom. I'd say the build quality up until bag 3 was up through bag 3 was pretty good. Bag 4 is when everything's starting to take a dive. Like, this thing is just hard to manage here. Must be the headlights, huh? Or the parking lights? We don't know what that is. And I just saw, like, I forgot to put 2 pieces, and these are back here. I'm expecting an order to come in today. I always try to buy a bunch of vintage stuff. Okay, we're almost done with this manual, but we're sure not moving any faster. Oh, okay, we got to build 2 of these. Okay, well that's not too bad. I kind of wish I can get the camera over my shoulder more and more. I've been looking at it here, and I wish I could. Well, this is going to solve our strength problems, or our weakness issues, because these are going to go on the sides here to lock all that together from it splitting. I would have thought of another way to do that. But remember, the ratings are also due to the build too. It's the experience. Am I experiencing breakage? Is it a quick build? Does it keep my retention? Right now I'm losing interest in this set. It's just white. And it's not the point of autism or anything like that that I have. It's just I like bright, colorful things, and this is not doing it. Now we shouldn't have these come apart now. You see, these would break. Now we don't have to worry. I think the radiator grill is supposed to go at the top, and it just wants to go up there. And then rotate it around, and we got to make 2 things for the back, so it's like that. So now at the very end of the project, we got to make 2 of these and put them back here. So this may be a very durable build after all. Like I said, the scores can always change when I'm doing reviews. So I may end up raising it back up. But I will let it be known that, you know, things can break off. We just spent all that time flat tiling this off, and what do? We leave the studs exposed in the back. See, now it's pretty sturdy now. Now I can't break those off. So that's exactly what that is there. And are these mirrors? No, they are not mirrors. Okay, we're working down here, but they're not. Now I can just go ahead and look at both pages at one time to make it fast. So I'm inclined to do so. But let's just keep it simple here, and we're going to do that. They do show one with the computer screen and one with the joystick. So that's up to you. Let's just try it and see here. And I need to get a few more of these type of inverted, like these right here. I got to get a couple of those. Okay, so far they're just reflections, but they're going to change really quick here. I wish I was done. I got one more bag after this one here, and then now is where things are going to change a little bit here. Just make sure those go at the top on both. And I had to put it on that page there. I'm going to stick this brick separator in there. So everything up to this point here is the same, just reflections. Jay, but you're making it complicated. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. You know, I can't make it simple, huh? Okay, so this goes here. So there's your screen. And for the other side is a little joystick. Yep, top heavy. Yeah, so I'm going to say that this set is not really my favorite. It's interesting, and that's kind of cool. Get a couple of those make great ice cream cones, just not in gray. And there's your joystick. And now we can snap these on here. And then we have this piece remaining here. And, well, I don't know. Okay, so it's an attachment that goes on the back of this guy. So we're not done yet. We're going to have to attach this here to him. Looks like these go into here. So we'll sit that in there. I mean, you could leave it off if you want. And yeah, just snaps right on in place. Does he stand up on his own? You really can't see it, but yeah, he does stand up. A little top heavy though. So but we're going to have the stand for him here in a bit. So that's what it looks like on the back. So now he can grab that with his hand and use his other hand here to punch the numbers on the computer to tell ET to phone home. Finally, we're on bag 5, and just hold your horses here, because guess what? No, it's not white. This time it's black. Like I said, the last one is the stand, and yeah, so that's what we'll be building there. Step 244 isn't bad. Just grab this. At least I can see these on this counter. It's not all white. Okay, but you do get a good amount of these 1x8 bricks. But just like with the white parts, I'm going to have to sort out the black parts too. Because now I got to find a small angular plate that goes in there. But now I can see the shapes more defined. It's not like I'm just looking at just something on a countertop here. Oh, where's that at? Inverted 2x3 slopes. I don't think I have those in black. So that right there is a really nice part to have. Now I can move on. That's too big. We'll put that over there. Too big. Put that over there. Got a tile, so I can't attach anything to it. Oh, wait a minute. They want 1x4s. Alright, well, let's take those then and stick those in. I thought maybe it was a 1x8. And I need 2 more upwards of these angular plates. 1x1x1x2 upwards. And a 1x6. At least it's not white parts. At least the color's waking me up a little bit here. It's pretty much monochrome at this point. Just very few colors. And I hope the stand is going to be pretty sturdy, because he's not going to stand up on his own on a turntable. When I try to do the reviews, I try to make it all hands-free, because it just makes it easier. You know, if I have to hold on to something and I can't, something like this, I may do a close-up shot on, because it is tall. Usually vertical stuff I try to do close-up shots on. So we'll probably do the 360 spin tour, and the close-up shot. Do I expect these to get a lot of views? Probably not. A lot of people don't watch this channel like they used to. They're more probably watch this channel, me building and talking and ranting, than anything else. Rant videos. Those are always fun to watch anyway. Well, for me anyways. Thinking, oh, I'm not the only one having issues. Ranting about something. Means when the construction starts over here, I'm going to be ranting about it. You have been forewarned. I bet it sits like this. Or I'd be building it like that, I don't know, but I have a feeling. There's no way Lego shows it sticking straight out like this at the book, but look what happens. It falls down. Here they show it floating in space. Maybe that's the whole goal. Maybe it's supposed to float in space and we're not doing it right. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an astronaut. I mean, we're on Earth, right? It's gravity. It's not supposed to float. It's gravity. It's going to fall down. There you go. You got to make a set that falls down on us to compensate for gravity. Make a set that it's really loose. It's purposely built like that, so you look at it, it falls apart. And just call it the gravity test set. Testing gravity. Okay, let's test gravity. Set this right here in space and see if it stays up there. If it doesn't stay up there, then you know gravity is in full effect. Gravity test. Okay, gravity's working today. You know, that kind of thing. I got to test the gravity. I remember some of those fights in high school. I used to kind of sit on the sidelines watching. I remember this one guy says, dude, you're about to get gravity tested. Next thing, this guy knocks this kid out, falls on the ground. Yep, gravity's working today. No, I never fought anybody, but I always would hear that. Gravity test, knocks him out. Oh, man, the gravity's working today. I have a feeling this thing sticks straight up. All right. Gravity test. Gravity test. Oh, yeah, it's working. Okay. Dude, would you like to test gravity? Sure. Next thing you know, a couple hours later, you find yourself knocked out on the ground. You wake up, you're like, ugh, oh yeah, gravity's working. Okay. This goes in here. And yeah, I will be readjusting the camera here in a moment or two. And we are missing one part. I'll have to check around for it. It may have fell on the floor. I did find one of these laying on the floor the other day, so that could have been from this. Because we're missing that piece. And yeah, I think I did put it in this bin here. I find stuff laying on the floor, and this one here is pretty clean. So I'm assuming that's probably it there. If I don't know, then I don't know. That's a big piece. I don't think Lego would have lost that. They've been known to do so. And then you stick your thing in there. Now I notice I have mine in there wrong. So it's supposed to be like this. Well, the other way, Jay. And that's it. And this thing gets stuck right in, looks like in its rear. It's not going to be very, we don't know yet. I'm taking it goes right in that little spot right there. Okay, so it's like this. And then I will back the camera up here, and just the way he looks pretty good. Well, you can't see a whole lot of it because I got to do that first, huh? Let's do that and take care of that for you. And yeah, just as an added bonus, let me fix the focus for you. And let's turn on the ring light for even an extra bonus. Turn that on real quick for you there. All right. So, I don't know if I can drop it down though. You can get a better feel of it here. If I go down any further, I have to readjust the tripod, which I'm not in the mood to do. Let's see here. And that's it. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, now, brick separator. Put that over there. And he does, oh, he doesn't rotate. Well, that's a little peg for that. I would have had that stuck out a bit further. I'm purposely trying to knock him down here, but I think the stand is more than adequate. He's just very loose. So just by looking at this, it looks pretty cool. It's not something I would buy for myself by any means, but let's take a look here and I'll show you. I don't need a turntable for this right now. And remember when we were talking about you can actually, well, you're going to have to peel all this back to put your minifigure in. So it is scaled for figures. And I think what we'll do when I do this, I'm going to do a close-up shot of this more and more just looking at this. About 10-12 inches tall. It feels like he's going to fall down this way, but he's not falling down. Of course, you can take this off too. And I may have to do a demonstration of all that when I do the actual review. But his feet move, his hands move, all that stuff. We already saw all that here in the initial video. And it does look like he's floating in space. It does. Let me try to get this better here for you. Trying to get the whole thing there. And for the most part, it's very detailed for it being a creator set. So we're going to jump right on into the review with play value. And yes, you know, this is a display piece. It's generic. It's just an astronaut. This is a playable model as well. You can put a minifigure in here. However, a minifigure is not included. That's going to hurt the score a little bit on this set. All right. I wish there was at least one generic minifigure to throw in there. Other than that, though, lots of detail and stuff to add to the play experience, or for display piece too. So it's both. It could be a display piece or something you can play with. You know, it is what it is. Build quality, though, I would say it's probably average. As you saw, some of the pieces did fall off, but look, this is kind of wobbly. I don't like that. I wish it was a little more firm. It's not the base. It's the peg he's sitting on. It's meant to just lift off like this. Well, let's see if I'm pulling it off the right way. It's meant to just remove like that. So obviously it's meant to just set on there really quick. But that's all you have to hold on to it, just one stud. Feels like that thing's about to snap off. Okay. So, you know, build quality is, I would say, is average on this one here. We already talked about play value. It is playable. It is flexible. It seems a bit flimsy. City drop-in value, if you want to use it as a statue or maybe something for a fun park, maybe, but it's not really anything else other than just to be displayed. And for mock value, there's a lot of good parts in here. Common stuff. If you're short on white bricks, there you go. But just for me, yeah, I'm not, you know, I don't see anything that I can make a mock out of this. Let's see, play value, play experience, build quality. This is obviously not a collaborative build. You probably could. This piece here is separate. The stand is separate. These two pieces here, including the lower torso, could be done. or I think it was the hands and the torso. I'd have to look at the book. You know, maybe up to 2 people could comfortably build this set, maybe 3. I'd say 1 to 3 people could build this. If you get enough digital guides, you can actually build the legs, and then the person can put them on the torso later on. So maybe for a collaborative build. And as far as for, you know, for my build experience, I didn't cover that one. My build experience was just, it was average. The set, I think it's the colors, it's just white and gray with a hint of black. And to me, for someone like myself who does more city, suburb, landscape type deals, this wasn't too exciting. Okay, but I would say it's average. If you're into space, yes, this would be a really good piece to put on display. This would look good on a shelf if you're really into the astronaut stuff and space programs and stuff like that. This would be really a nice little build. So, excuse me for my final score, and I'm looking at this now. It's got a lot of detail. It's playable. I'm going to say I'm going to stick with a 9.5 because we did have a few instances of things coming off. No stickers to put on. It's just detail, and it is scaled for minifigures. You can set a minifigure in here. So yes, this thing here, you can, I mean, at least you can put a minifigure in it. At least you can, you know, have fun with it and stuff. So it's not just a display piece, it's also playable. I'm just dinging off because some of the stuff is fragile when building. And this just seems kind of just loose. It feels like that's going to break. I wouldn't leave that on there for too long. Especially if you're in a hot climate, that piece will probably melt and go. But anything, guys and gals, it is a nice set. So tell me what you think of the astronaut floating in space. To me, it's good, and it's not something I'm interested in personally, but it's got a lot of detail for a creator set.